Things I learned in my PhD so you don't have to do one. One of the things I learned early on in grad school is you want a big sample. I like big samples, I cannot lie. If a lot of people do your study, it's easier to see if there's a difference or relationship between people. In my field of health psychology, the relationships we deal with are usually pretty small. For example, let's say I run a study where you come in and you do some math problems and then you walk on a treadmill for 15 minutes to kind of get the blood flowing. And then after you do another set of math problems of similar difficulty, you can see how walking might improve your score a little bit, but not so much that you start running before exams. Having a lot of people do this study would help us see a small effect, if it existed. And the more similar these people are to each other, the fewer people we'd actually need. You can see how this would be appealing to researchers who have to budget time and resources for every person in their study. The problem is you end up with a lot of psych studies with big samples of white 20-something-year-old college students. I don't know about you, but I'm not any of those things, which means when I read those studies and see that sample, I take into consideration the ways in which I might think, act, and feel differently than a college student would. The takeaway here is to pay attention to who is in the study, not just how many people there are. Representation matters.